Good morning. It is Angela Brooks from angelabrook.com. And I wanted to drop over here and bring a conversation that I was just following over in a group that I'm in. It's a blogging group, and I'm in several of those. And of course, you run into a lot of very, very new bloggers who, like me, when I got started, I was looking for help. I wanted somebody to give me some guidance because I was not in the mindset or the financial readiness to really invest into a blog. They take time. They are long-term content. They are not right now. Are blogs necessary? In my opinion, I think they are, because without content on the internet, you pretty much don't exist. And one of the things that one of the ladies asked me, or asked in a question, was when somebody asks a question on social media, in a group, on the main page, whatever, and somebody responds, I'll send you a DM, or I'll send you a direct message, or I'm going to message you. And she said this absolutely drove her nuts. And if you followed yesterday's video, I talked about Facebook is driving traffic to Messenger, and that's where they're actually giving people more eyeballs, giving their account more credibility, is when you're in the DM. And that is simply because he's wanting to build smaller communities, build relationships again, instead of everybody out there trying to make $1 with their post. And this person didn't understand that. So another thing I want to encourage you to think about is what you don't know in your business actually does hurt you. And, you know, that's an old phrase that people have said forever, but it is totally true. When you start a new job, they give you training. Usually, 10 to 30 days. I would say a really good job would be 30 days. Most of them's 10 days, and they throw you in there and you start learning. If you make mistakes in a job, then somebody is there to redirect you. But when you're working from home, or you're working for yourself, or you're trying to build a home business, there's not a lot of people around you most of the time to give you guidance. So being in a group community of people like the masterclass group that I have is a place for people to ask general questions. It is not coaching. It is a place for me to post videos every day to give them something to think about. And it is also a place to gather around folks who are also like them, trying to build a business, who may be, there's going to be all levels. There's all levels of people that are actually making money, who's never made $1, and who wants to make their first $1,000 in the network marketing or business space. So my point of this is, what you don't know actually slows you down. It hurts you. And the very first thing that everybody focuses on is on their checkbook. First thing somebody will say is, I don't have the money. I can't afford that. And so they immediately turn it off because their brain just told them, you can't afford that. I'm looking at your checkbook. You can't do it. However, if you really got to looking at their checkbook, you would see the Starbucks or the movies or the 14 new shoes that they have, when actually they do have $50 that they could invest into their business a month. It depends on how bad somebody wants it. Most people don't want it as bad as they think they do, or they dismiss it thinking, well, I really can't do this because, and then they use their excuses. If you have not heard of Danielle LaPorta, she is the author of The Desire Map. Look that up. Extremely good book. It also comes with a workbook where you can download that. I have mine in Evernote so that I can copy it each year and rewrite my goals, rewrite my desires, what I'm focusing on. What is it you want this business to make you feel like? What is it you want to accomplish besides the money? What is it you want to accomplish with this business? How are you going to get there? If you know that these are the things that you want to accomplish and these are the desires that you want to feel in your business, How do you plan on getting there? And so if you don't have any leadership, any guidance, or you're not in a position to do, and I don't even think you have to start out, because I know I didn't. I started out with a coach. It was maybe $50 to $100 a month. And I did that for several years, way before I dropped into an expensive coaching. I don't know what's wrong with my throat. What is expensive? 10 grand, 5 grand. That, that's an investment. That is something that when you drop that kind of money, surely you're going to make an attempt to learn. Because when I watch a webinar, when I go to an event, when I'm in any kind of training, I have pen and paper beside me always, or I'm taking notes on my phone, because I am, if somebody from a stage makes a comment, or they say a phrase, or they make a suggestion for a certain task or something I need to be working on, I make a note of that, and I will put that in place, or I will go look it up immediately after that webinar or training, whatever. I'm big on taking notes, because while you're sitting there, you're listening, you hear it, and then, oh, the buzzer goes off, or somebody sends you a text and you totally forget. So tonight at 8 o'clock Central Time, there's going to be a webinar, and it's going to show you how to engage with people on social media that actually works. I mean, I've done this for almost 10 years, and I've gotten better at it, because when I got started, I didn't have a clue, and then I have evolved, and you will too as you get training and education on what it is that you need to do. I'm going to drop the link in the comments below, because Facebook doesn't like links in our direct descriptions. But you need to know what you need to be saying. You need to know how you need to be talking to people. Do I use DM? Do I just make posts on Facebook? How do I talk to these people once I get them talking to me? And if you don't know, you're struggling. And it's time to get off the struggle bus. A lot of people say hey, Stacy Latham. A lot of people say they want to build this business, but they do nothing to make it move forward. So in order to move forward, you've got to do something different. And if you was to change jobs, you're going to have to learn a different set of skills. So your home business, whatever you're building at home, is the same thing. You have to be able to, you've got skills that you've got to have. And without those skills, you're going to struggle every single time. So I'm going to drop the link in the comments below. I hope to see you on the webinar tonight. I want to show you how that you can get 4 to 10 people talking to you every single day. Yesterday and the day before, I had 27 people join my Facebook group. I had 27 people get on my email list to get in that group. So those are people that I can re-talk to every day, because I have them in my circle. And that's what you need to be doing. And if you're not, then you're constantly looking for people, and that's exhausting. So check out the link. It's in the comments, and I will see you in the group. Bye.